Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm Jacob Silverblade, and today got another video. You've probably seen that I've done recently a video on Varro Tigurius, and well, not a video. I've taken part of the tournament in Varro using Varro Tigurius, and I ended up creating an interesting deck, which I really quite liked, which is this one. This is the energy curve. This is the the units and stuff, stratagems. Most importantly, if we go to edit. Tells you amount of stratagems. We only have 5 stratagems, that being Tactical Insight, Humanity Shield, Gather the Company, Inspired Retribution, and Avenging Zeal. This is what I opted for because with this really low curve, I wanted to use Gather the Company as an advantage to gain cards back to be able to play into very, very effective decks. But I did discover a problem with this deck, which is unfortunate because it's the exact problem which is really rampant right now, which is, of course, Imperial Guard. Not saying that... I mean, like, Imperial Guard right now, mostly because of Vitus Griff and maybe arguably Ursula Creed, are very strong. One of the main things they do, though, is actually putting down a lot of units very early on. And so, hence, you have to somehow be able to deal with that. And Ultramarines don't really have the best ways to do it. They at least don't have a single card which can do it individually. For example, our best board clears is supposedly Stormraven and Redemptor Dreadnought. They're not good at it. Redemptor Dreadnought needs to trigger twice at best, able to do, well, a minimum of 2 damage, maximum of 4 damage to all enemies. And then the Stormraven needs to do 2. The problem with this is that majority of people's life is, well, 3. So you either need 2 Stormravens, which is 8 energy, or you need a Redemptor Dreadnought and then a Tactical Insight. So 9 energy. Get a body as well, but you only do 2 to 4 damage, so it can only do 2 damage across the board. In theory, it's not going to be every single target. It's always random for every single individual target, but that's besides the point. You can find if it's like a full board of 8 troops that if there's all 3 life, 1 or 2 of them live, you can smite one of them with your Warlord, with a range attack or whatever. But there's still a couple troops left. It helps deal with the board, don't get me wrong. But there's a fundamental problem Ultramarines have. The only other thing you can do is prevent the opponent from getting to that stage. And the way to do that is ultimately to put in things like Outriders, things like multiple Inceptors, and play multiple of these flank troops. Intercessors really help with this. Stern Guard, provided they don't hit the enemy Warlord, definitely can help with this. Reavers. Even Scout Bikes, if you're able to play the Scout Bikes and protect the Scout Bikes before they're able to get that really wide board, they can seriously help with that as well. But that's required, you being able to do that, you see. And this deck simply can't do it. The best thing we've got is the Reavers, maybe a Firstborn if you play it first turn before they're able to play anything else. You play Firstborn and then maybe able to out-temper them if you have a really nice curve out. Maybe the Intercessors, or maybe the probably Primus Inceptor. There really wasn't that many things, so I was simply struggling with that fact. The fact that even though this deck totally works generically and is a very powerful deck, it simply cannot. It's simply the worst thing into this meta right now. So that being said, how did I adapt? Well, I did do several things. So I tried, if we just go to cards here, I did actually try going for a later game curve, adding in the extra vehicle, getting rid of, for example, Gather the Company, and putting in the Redemptor Dreadnought, and trying to make that work. Problem is that you have still, I had to remove Gather Company, and then you would have too low of a curve to support with the vehicle spam. So you end up running out of cards, and you can't. So you end up putting Gather the Company back in, but now we've got 2 Impulsors and then also Redemptor Dreadnought. I tried also trying to put in Outriders and stuff like that and trying to make that work, and that wouldn't really work because then you have too many vehicles and blah blah. Gather the Company doesn't stop working, so I replaced it with Tactical Insight, but then you could go around in circles. It's like I could try this, could do that, could do that. I did at some point try doing the whole Assault Doctrine with Avenging Zeal. It ended up becoming, if you manage to get it all off, it's brilliant, but it's very unlikely. I had to remove Inspired Retribution as well, which leaves you another weakness. I did try getting rid of Humanity Shield, but ultimately I find that Humanity Shield is in this deck too important to just against aggro matchups in particular. And that's what Ursula Creed does. It's just puts down multiple guys who are going to shoot you in the face, triggering multiple regent triggers. You kind of need that humanity shield able to live. So ultimately, I got fed up, and I ended up coming with this deck. And simply, the deck went, what do I believe are the best units at their energy cost for Ultramarines in general? Like, what are the best units? If I could just tempo out, I play this unit after this unit after this unit after this unit, what would be the best unit? And I came up with this deck. Favorite Infiltrators, because the blind really important. As I say, Reavers, they're really important, just like we're dealing with early game threats. These two, Sunguard Sergeant and Intercessor Sergeant, both with the Codex abilities, help to deal with board, but then we got two flank plays with the Outriders and Primus and Scepters. Hence, we have a very early game curve. We got none of the firstborns. I think they're just too unreliable. We have the Honor Guard. I didn't have Primus Chaplain initially. That's just some tweaks to make Varro Tigurius work. But yeah, I ended up having the Honor Guard. I got the Chaplains, the Eradicators, deal with the anti-armor. We got such a low curve here with Primus Chaplain that even though we got Outriders, we said, so-and-so, we need one Spired Retribution to deal with big stuff. Compulsors are the best 5-drops along with Talion. Inceptor Sergeants, because you need same again, fundamental amount of removal, and since this is a key unit at this stage of the game. Calcius, because it's a good combo piece, and then Pistol Librarian and Sergeant Gadriel. Yes, for this deck, you can definitely put, for example, a Predator instead of Sergeant Gadriel. Personally, because we're going so wide with Primus and Pulsers and stuff, I would much prefer Sergeant Gadriel. I think he is better than a Predator Annihilator. Particularly if you were going to go for the Gather the Company route. I wouldn't do that. I've changed it, of course. But Sergeant Gadriel. This ultimately has resulted in a bit more of a higher curve, so we can get away with not as much card draw. But that's not the... There's still a weakness in this deck. You still have to be careful about the amount of cards you start in your deck. When you mulligan, you're mostly mulliganing all the stratagems away, if you do get any, and you're using your Varro Tigurius to draw only the stratagems. You only have 5, so you're not likely to draw into the stratagem later on, and hence Varro Tigurius, and hence you're able to maintain your hand size to be able to still play the game effectively. And the idea is it's still the same. You got double tactical insight now, so you can use that to redraw into stratagems whilst getting the codex triggers. That's important, so that you don't run out of cards. Plus, you're able to get into big combos like the Avenging Zeal, or maybe a Sergeant Talion, or maybe even both. That is the point of the deck. I'm going to get into a few games now. Hope you enjoy. Zone Threat. Now we are going second, which is unfortunate. I will replace this 6-drop. I think it's just too high in the curve. That's pretty decent. The reason why that's decent is because Carnifex is a problem, and this is probably the ideal unit, yes, because this then play Carnifex on 3 energy. This then counters the Carnifex on 4 energy. I've never seen them not go for armor.
What is yet to come?
And if they don't go for armor, well, you probably can deal with an Outrider. Now this is quite unfortunate. Got Inspired Retribution straight away. We do want to go aggro in this matchup. Actually, unfortunate. The reason why it's unfortunate is because you don't really want to draw into stratagems, as I say, with your base draw, because then you can start to run out of troops, and then you can't draw into more cards if you need it later on. You kind of want to able to utilize that, but swings and roundabouts. Now I would play this.
We will purge the galaxy.
Because I'm trying to force him to deal with it, you see. Right now, he could High Factory? Sounds like a Tyranid thing, kind of. You could do whatever it is, the 2 energy minus 2 energy cost card and play a Carnifex. You need to be able to deal with that. You could always punch hit, which is not ideal for you. Now, as I say, here we're going to save the Eradicator because it can be really useful. And we're going to keep on just punching him. I don't know why he's punching me back particularly, because I do see myself a beatdown, particularly with Avenging Zeal. That's a really important card. Now, thankfully, he can't, after playing the Impulsor, he can't Ravenous Hunger. He still needs another turn to be able to deal with that. So it's not too bad. Interesting. That kind of suggests that he has a thingy. I forget the thingy name, but whatever. I'm going to shoot that, of course, to be able to deal with it, because we want to be able to deal with it. And we proceed to keep on going with aggro. Now this is where you get into a bit of a choice. You can either Avenging Zeal here next turn, because we've decreased the cost of it by enough. Or we can go into Lieutenant Calcius. And I think it's totally dependent on how much your board lives. If your board lives enough so that we can do Avenging Zeal next turn, then I would say yes. You probably only need about 1 troop to live. Looks like all of it's going to live, so we're going to be playing Avenging Zeal. But the other option is that if nothing lives, you can Lieutenant Calcius, get this cost down even more. Since because we just drew into Tactical Insight, probably a shame, maybe, but I mean, we can combo that with Calcius. So this is all, I'd say, it's really paid off. And, well, funnily enough, it hits. Stone Guard Sergeant hits exactly where it needed to. I think that is probably a pretty ideal game there, to be honest. So we're just going to... Oi, what are you doing? Play a few more games. So as you see there, I did test quite a bit. I did go down to like 2,800 or something. And I brought myself back up with this deck. And I'm fairly confident in saying that, well, it was able to deal with Imperial Guard, which is the main thing. Didn't deal with Vitus Griff, I'll be clear on that, but it did actually deal with the Imperial Guard, so it's good enough. So here, I think we just do this. Well, like, you can always get away with 1. Hopefully we don't top deck another stratagem. We want to be... Hopefully we don't get that.
Nothing can compare to the judgment of the Emperor.
It's also typically the worst one to get. You are somewhat risking it with... Because if you don't get the Tactical Insights, you are somewhat risking it with, for example, if I get Inspired Retribution next, there's a risk here that I'm not able to do what I want to do. So that's actually, I would say, a pretty bad top deck. Even though it's useful, don't get me wrong. We kind of need something to play it with. So hopefully, next turn we get a 4 energy drop. So that's kind of what we want. Okay, so he hasn't done much here. So we do get a 4 energy drop. So I will play Stone Guard Sergeant. And I think I will utilize this straight away. So we want to be getting to that Avenging Zeal. And it's Inspired Retribution. Bit of a shame, but hey ho. But I think it's totally worth it here because we're now more likely, you know, we have a 1 in 22 chance right now of drawing our Avenging Zeal, which is not what we want. We want to draw it with Varro Tigurius so we don't run out of cards. This is a very key thing. You have to be playing this sort of aspect of it really right.
We ride for the lion!
Now we could play Reaver and actually draw the Avenging Zeal. That is an option. Or we can just play Primus Chaplain. Primus Chaplain doesn't synergize with Primus Impulsor. You kind of want to play Primus Impulsor, then Chaplain. So I think I will actually do it. And I will be using Reaver here. as a tempo drop.
See me coming.
So I think we just demonstrated we had a game which everything kind of went perfectly, and this is a game where things didn't go perfectly. I mean, like, perfectly... You don't have a perfect game as Varro Tigurius unless you get, what's his name? Sergeant Talion? It just doesn't exist without Sergeant Talion. So it can be even more powerful than that. So those are Eradicators, which is not bad. As I say, I kind of want to get Impulsor down, so I will be playing Impulsor. Now we're starting to get the increased cost on this, but... You know, unfortunately he's created about 3 secrets? Yeah, secrets in this deck. I do apologize. I have played HHL as well. So, there was the other mechanic which is very similar to secrets.
The banner of Caliban shall never falter.
Okay. Yeah, I think we do this. So we're gonna blind him.
We strike soon.
Shoot him. We use the tactical insight here. Of course, we don't have any more. Have we used 2 tactical insights? I don't think we have, haven't we? Yeah. We use it. Yeah, we used it on Stone Guard Sergeant. Right. Now that's very unfortunate. That's the perfect card he could have wanted here. Could do this. And then smite him. Could do Avenging Zeal. Beat him up. We probably play Avenging Zeal and beat them up, because then the Reaver can come down later on. I mean, like, that will be an 8NG play, so yeah. I think we do this. Wages Retribution, okay. What is he, created 4 secrets by now? If that, if not 5.
The chase is over. Now the blade falls.
Now that is a Librarian. I think we save it. Well, not save it, I mean save, use the Librarian.
My blade. Wisdom, my bullet.
Now, Asmodai can definitely deal with any sort of shield you put down because of his 1 damage ping. So I think just pure aggro here with the smites is probably better. Even though these guys have the better stats. You could have gone along and maybe made a shield for yourself. Play this guy instead, just have a bit more freshening of a board.
soldiers! We are the Dark Angels!
What do we get? Sergeant Gadriel, and I think we play you. So that his ping will go off, and if it does hit here, which something hopefully does, or it all hits face and we win anyway. That's the other option. So yeah, there we go. We'll get into another game now. So we'll get rid of that. Can always high factory it into one of these, so having two of them isn't bad. Actually, it's pretty good. Prime Scepter is the probably ideal card, and Honor Guard is pretty nice, right? As an option.
What is yet to come is for us to decide.
We march forward for the Imperium!
Excuse me. So he does believe he's the beatdown, which I can definitely see. You are Imperial Guard after all. Kinda dependent if I got that card or not.
For Arcadia, we hold the line here.
One strike is all I need.
So what are you going to do about this guy? Right, you're just not going to care about him. I get that play. So when I start getting that Primus Impulsor going,
No hiding from Ultramar's wrath.
Armored Lightning, that's annoying. He doesn't have the durability yet. I think I want to save you because we can still do the things anyway. So I think we just group up together and just kill one of them. I mean, like, if I had a Tactical Insight, probably would have used Tactical Insight with Chaplain there so I can get Reaver down and we could have killed two of them. That's a Thorax. Ah, darn. It's kind of not what you want to see. No, we do have the Eradicator, but we don't have the Tactical Insight. Which is a big deal, actually, because we can't take it out on the turn we play it. And we could play you and just get some damage down, but the worst part is that this guy can, draw
Each
cards.
path must be chosen with care.
You can undo it. Play it and undo it. So no matter what I play here, you can always just stun. I think we're gonna have to do it.
We bring the fires of retribution. Burn them down.
Now thankfully he's got 1 armor, which does really help against these guys, but he could so be dead here. Actually, he can be just with this. It's enough to kill him.
Get behind me!
Yeah, this is a pretty darn bad situation.
Each path must be chosen with care.
We don't have bad flank troops. Could he pressure me down though? That's the question. If I just went for Avenging Zeal. He could. What's it? I'll be left on 19 life. That'll be 6. 6 at 5 is 11. 19, 11, 8. 6. I'd need an Avenging Zeal afterwards. It's the only way I could live. I don't like it. Don't like the situation. Yep, he's just gonna do that, undo the guy, play 2 more guys, he's gonna stun. No surprise there, to be honest. That's why I wanted to get the Scepter buffed by him.
I channel the Emperor's
He
fury.
opted not to attack. Now, unfortunately, buffing you isn't quite enough. No, at this point we're better off doing this.
Jump packs, we strike now.
But yeah, unless he plays a big tank, this is like the worst thing that could be popped up here, I think. Oh, that's Vicious Griff. And ouch. I think we've lost this one. Maybe I should have Avenging Zeal and Curve when I could have. Because we don't have a board clear. That's a tactical insight. Okay. There's absolutely nothing we can do here, is there? I guess Sergeant Gadriel. Oh, as much as I want him dead, mate. He doesn't exactly help.
Hope always glimmers.
So that can just happen where you just somewhat don't have the fundamental removal pieces that you need to be able to deal with the early game aggro. You will find that you're doing a lot more, I do apologise, doing a lot more smites against the Imperial Guard just because you kind of have to. There's a mirror match, and first time we're opening hand with Sergeant Talion, so I think I will keep you in this case. The only thing which is completely useless is the Honor Guard, because we've got a Parish Chaplain. That's not too bad. High Factory, because we want to be able to do this play early on.
What is yet to come is
We're
for us
really
to
looking for that Avenging Zeal now, because we're able to get that Avenging Zeal down to like 0 cost with Sergeant Talion. It's possible. We're hoping for a free drop of Codex. That's what I think we're particularly hoping for. Because what you can do is, of course, you can Tactical Insight, get free energy, then you have a free drop of Codex. So yeah. He's not doing anything. I'm not bothered by that. I think I will stop going aggro though. That's a free drop of Codex. Okay, so we can do the thingy, so we just need a Avenging Zeal. Okay, I suspect we're gonna be breaking the game in just a moment. And seriously, this does somewhat break the game. Honor Guard, okay.
courage and honor.
Oh no. I didn't think about that. Is it still, are we still better off doing it anyway? We are, yes, but I don't have my hero power now. Oh no, I think about that. Kinda needed that. It's also kind of the worst top deck as well, actually, Inspired Retribution. I think we do it anyway, right? Like, we kind of have to.
Strike at their weakness to prevail. I can't do that. For the Emperor and the Primarch.
Yeah, we do this.
We strike soon.
Then we do this. Yeah, we won't be triggering Codex. But, oh well. Yes, we have a Humanity Shield in our deck, so we're not totally screwed. Armored Offensive, okay. Now, I think we just played Chaplain here, right? And we just go... Yeah, we just play Chaplain here. It's lethal. And yeah, that's what this deck can do. Yeah, it can do that. Turn 5 win. If you get the nuts, it's just what happens. I mean, like, it is crazy. So, Xyla Hexagon, that's pretty scary, but I think this is exactly ideal. Meh. We'll see what we get. Grimlock,
Ultramarine,
pretty good darn
stand
player.
with
I've played
weapons
against
ready.
a couple of times.
Why hold back? Unleash your true potential.
That is not the opener we wanted to see. So we are not the beatdown, if you could tell. I presume you could, to be honest. It's kind of an easy thing. Let me just hold back. We do have tactical insight in an emergency situation. Now you've got two choices here. You outrider and kill that guy, which is nice. Or we just tactical insight with this guy using this. I think you just outrider here. There's better things to use tactical insight on. Okay, so we do use tactical insight here.
For the Emperor and the Primarch.
And we do want a card draw, of course. That's pretty useful in this matchup, actually. It's not complaining about that too much. We'll just have to take them on legit.
See your blood flow.
That's pretty nice. That's not so nice. We'll see what he gets. Gets that. Okay, that's fine. Calcius. No, we don't play it. You can die to that guy. Right, draw a card. That's exactly what we needed, I think. We'll take the bugger out. Yeah, I kind of expected that. Yeah, we just play this, try to level the scores a little bit. Now we can draw a card. We get tactical insight. I think it's a spider retribution as well. So it's a 50-50 shot, isn't it? Yes, because we use one. So next turn, in theory, we could tactical insight. Well, draw a card, getting tactical insight, playing the chaplain, using chaplain, blah blah. Traders hate. It's not too bad, to be honest. So Reaver isn't what we need here. I think we play Reaver and Impulsor.
Be dead before they see me coming. There's no hiding from Ultramar's wrath.
Do we even play this guy? Nah, we save him, right? Because it allows us to still shoot face if we get Avenging Zeal off. With so-and-so, it also allows us to do a Venom Crawler. I'd be surprised if you have lethal here, but not impossible. Ah, you do. Right, yeah. GG. Come on, punch him in the face. Do you have murderous desires? Oh, okay. Alright. We can't play Soren's Avenging Zeal next turn anyway. We draw a card, I guess we see what we get. Got, I'd say what I wanted. So we'll play this. Command to shield.
The Emperor at the hour of battle.
The only problem is that we can't tactical insight into anything. Yeah, that is true. No, there isn't a 2-drop for us to use, is there? We only have 1 drop. Right, we'll leave it then. Okay, he's digging for cards. That's a good sign. He's digging for more cards. That's an even better sign.
My hate drives me.
Yeah, we can decrease it to 0, right? Yeah. Just need able to use so-and-so. That's how to do this. We can play you. We can play you.
Shot by shot, we will purge the galaxy.
We can play you.
Positions, we strike soon.
Yeah, we can play you. Right. Tactical insight. And we create a shield for ourselves. And there we have it. So as you can see here, I mean, like, we won... What is it? When did we start? So that was Common Side Dankler, so here we are. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So out of 5 games, we won 4. That's a pretty good rate. I think this is a very solid deck. I think it's arguably the best Ultramarines deck there is out there at the moment. There's a bit of luck to it. Trying to get the right thing at the beginning of the game, but I think this is the best version of the Avenging Zeal deck. Hope you see you all next time. Bye.